Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Prepping by Faith, and today I want to talk to you about being obedient to the Lord. In my video on faith over fear, I talked a little about faith and stepping out in faith, but I wanted to discuss more about the other aspect of faith, and that is obedience. You see, the thing about faith is, if there is no action behind it, then it is dead works. There's a scripture in James 2, verses 14 through 26 that says, "What does it profit, my brethren, if someone says he has faith but does not have works? Can faith save him? If a brother or sister is naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you says to them, 'Depart in peace, be warmed and filled,' but you do not give them the things which are needed for the body, what does it profit? Thus also faith by itself, if it does not have works, is dead. But someone will say, 'You have faith and I have works. Show me your faith without your works, and I will show you my faith by my works. You believe that there is one God. You do well. Even the demons believe and tremble. But do you want to know, O foolish man, that faith without works is dead? Was not Abraham our father justified by works when he offered Isaac his son on the altar? Do you see that faith was working together with his works, and by works faith was made perfect? And the scripture was fulfilled which says, Abraham believed God, and it was accounted to him for righteousness, and he was called the friend of God. You see then that a man is justified by works, and not by faith only. Likewise, was not Rahab the harlot also justified by works when she received the messengers and sent them out another way? For as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead also." So let's go over what that just said in detail. This scripture is telling us the importance of not just saying, "I believe something can happen if God wills it," or saying a prayer for someone with nothing behind it, and then expecting a miracle. It's laying out how we have to put works behind our faith to see the results we are anticipating, because even the demons know there is a God and tremble at his name. It is not enough to just believe. We need to put action behind that belief. We need to exercise our faith. When I began this channel, I was uncertain and hesitant, and I wondered if God was behind it or not. I let doubts and lies creep in from the enemy, but I quickly took authority over that negative thinking and realized that if I'm going to do this, I have to not only have faith, I have to put some action behind that faith. I need to spend time in the Word and in prayer and let Him lead me. I'm still going to make mistakes along the way, but I would rather make those mistakes knowing I can learn from them and grow from them than sit in a corner and do nothing. There are many instances throughout the Bible where obedience was key in the individual's success. I mentioned a couple of them in my face reveal video, where I touched on Joseph's obedience to the Lord and his ability to not only save Egypt but also neighboring countries. I also mentioned Noah. If he hadn't listened to God and started building that ark, I don't know if there would be any of us here today. When you think of the significance of that, it really blows your mind. So even if it's something that you think is tiny or insignificant, you may find out later just how monumental and impactful it truly was. You may not find out until years later, or it may not happen until you get to heaven one day and you get to meet all the souls you brought into the kingdom. The Bible tells us in Matthew 6:19 through 21, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasure in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroys, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." How do we get these treasures in heaven, you may be wondering? Well, I believe it's not only being kind and loving toward one another, not just fellow believers, but all people, even our enemies. It is also by helping out where we can financially, being generous with our time and our prayers for each other. But it is also by witnessing about Christ. Did we take the time to talk to others about him? Did we do all we could to reach others with what we were given? Mark 8:36, "For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what will a man give in exchange for his soul? For whoever is ashamed of me and my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him the Son of Man also will be ashamed when he comes in the glory of his Father with the holy angels." Coming back to the obedience aspect, I wanted to share something with all of you that was very profound to me. I'm going to tell you right now that God is no respecter of persons either. These things can and will happen for you too if you seek Him and spend time with Him. About a week after I had started my channel, I had a dream. And in this dream, I had woken up and looked, and I had seen the subscriber count of 503 on my phone. I was excited because the channel was growing, and it felt like a confirmation to me that this is exactly what was happening. Over the last week or so, I was getting a little discouraged. I'm going to tell you that even if you are strong in the Lord, there are times where you will feel a little down. But when you're feeling like that, that's when you need to press in harder and ask God for help. Don't give in and give up. So I was praying in the shower and I said, God, I really don't understand the significance of this dream. My confession is that I will see thousands come over to this channel and thousands be saved to glorify you. I want to see many miracles take place. That's why I believe you called me to start this channel, to help prepare them physically, yes, Lord, but even more so to prepare their hearts and souls for eternity. So instantly I felt impressed in my spirit, Luke 5:3. And I thought, what? Really, Lord? And I heard it again. So I said, well, maybe I'm just out there in left field. Who knows? I'll humor you, Lord. I'll look it up. Now, mind you, I know pieces of scriptures, but I'm not going to tell you I know them by chapter and verse and where they're all located because I don't. My memory isn't that amazing. But this is what Luke 5:3 says. And he entered into one of the ships, which was Simon's, and prayed him that he would thrust out a little from the land. And he sat down and taught the people out of the ship. Oh my goodness, do you have any idea how much this blessed me? This is the story of Simon, who was later renamed Peter. It was his obedience to the Lord where he allowed Christ to enter his boat to teach. He had been fishing all night and couldn't catch a thing. Then Jesus told him to let down his net, and there were so many fish that the boat was overflowing. In fact, I think it began to sink because of the load of fish. Then Jesus told him to come and follow him, that he would make him a fisher of men. If this wasn't a confirmation from the Lord, I don't know what is. I tell you, we have to stay obedient to Him and continue walking in faith no matter how dark it looks or how bad it gets. He is right there with us, encouraging us every step of the way. So I just want you guys to stay encouraged in the Lord. He is our rock, our fortress, our strong tower. Don't let all the troubles of the world deter you from your place and your calling. Stand strong in your faith and build that relationship with Him. He has a place and a purpose for each of us. If this has blessed you today, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Remember to pray, prep, and put God first. God bless.